What if I told you that a few pictures, a glue stick, and a quiet evening could completely change the direction of your life? It sounds too simple, right? But science tells a different story. Visualization isn't just a feel-good practice. It's backed by neuroscience and psychology. When you see your dreams every day, you start believing in them. And when you believe in them, you act on them. That's the real power of a vision board. It's not about luck. It's about focus. I remember the first time I made one. It was the end of a long, exhausting year. I felt like I was running in place, busy, but going nowhere. I had goals, sure, but they lived in my head or scribbled in some forgotten journal. That night, something shifted. I sat on the floor with old magazines, printed quotes, and a blank board in front of me. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I just knew I needed something to change. So I started cutting out images that stirred something in me. A cabin in the woods, a woman standing on a mountain, a quote that said, "You're allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress." That was the night I stopped dreaming in silence and started declaring my vision out loud. And it turns out, there's real science behind that. Neuroscience shows that when we visualize our goals, we activate a part of our brain called the reticular activating system. It's like a filter, helping us notice things, people, and opportunities that align with what we focus on. Studies show that mental imagery increases motivation and performance. When we see our goals as real, our brain starts working to make them so. A vision board isn't wishful thinking, it's mental training. So, how do you make one that works? First, you have to start with clarity. Don't jump straight to the glue and scissors. Ask yourself, what do I actually want? What do I want to feel more of this year? Freedom, stability, growth, love? What would my ideal life look like if fear wasn't holding me back? Then gather images and words that connect to that. Not just pretty pictures, but visual cues that light something up inside you. Each one should feel like a reminder of who you're becoming. When you build your board, do it with intention. Don't worry about making it perfect. Make it meaningful. Divide it by areas of life if you want career, health, personal growth, relationships, or just let it flow freely. Every image, every quote should feel like a quiet agreement between you and your future self. You're saying, "I see you. I'm coming for you." Once it's finished, place it somewhere you'll see it every day. Not as a checklist, but as a mirror. A reflection of what you value, a compass for your energy. It will help you remember your why when life gets noisy. And trust me, it will. But your vision board, that's the anchor that keeps you grounded in your direction. And here's the most important part. This process isn't magic, you are. A vision board won't change your life unless you act on it, but it will remind you to act like someone who believes. It will help you say no to what doesn't align and say yes to what stretches you. It won't just show you where you're going, it'll slowly change who you are along the way. So take the time, clear a space, make some tea, light a candle, and start building. Not just a board, but a belief system, a visual declaration of the life you're ready to live. You don't have to wait for the right moment. You just have to decide, my future is worth designing, and then begin.